Well, we love featuring artists you should know about. Today, we're heading to Tennessee to chat with singer-songwriter Lena Paige. Lena's based out of Franklin, Tennessee. She's the daughter of a prolific songwriter and the great niece to Merle Travis. Her brand new single, Civil War, was originally released by Ronnie Milsap back in 1993, and it's her first cover song. We're excited to have Lena Paige on the show. First, Lena, thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. I am so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're working around. She's in class right now. Are you teaching this class? What's this class about?
No, I'm not teaching the class. Well, you know how it is with artists. It's just a very expensive hobby. That's what I call it. So we have to work. So I am a realtor in Leapers Fork at United Country. So I'm just getting my credits in today, some of my credits. So that's what I'm doing.
You're continuing education.
Yes.
It's always a good time. Well, your mom was a prolific songwriter. She enters you in a singing competition when you were young. I mean, did you know this was coming? Tell us about it.
Well, I actually entered a lot of them, but the first one that she entered me in, I was 3 years old, and I sang Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton, and so that was really fun for me, but I was always extremely nervous. I ended up getting the music award in high school at graduation, and I had to sing, and I lost my voice like 2 days before I had to sing at graduation. And I tend to do that sometimes if I'm really nervous. I don't know I'm sure other people do it all the time, but I started doing competitions all throughout like high school, and then one day I was a flight attendant for Northwest Airlines, and I was living in Detroit, and I said, I'm moving to Nashville. And because I had already been doing backup vocals and session work, and I wanted to start touring, so that's what I did. I moved to Nashville back around 2003, and I have lived in and out of Nashville since, and I love it.
Because where's Franklin? Is it close to Nashville?
Yeah, it's about 25 minutes south of, It's really cool because I'm surrounded, I just went to lunch the other day on Sunday, and Jamie Johnson's sitting at the table next to me, or went to breakfast, and Winona walked out, with Larry Strickland, and, it was her birthday, and Vince Neil hangs out where we go, and it's, you're constantly surrounded by musicians and writers, and Jerry Foster and I are going to start collaborating on a sitcom that's coming out. And if you don't know who Jerry Foster is, you definitely need to check him out. One of the most prolific songwriters of all time. But yeah, I love living here. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, your mom, you started writing with her in high school, and you didn't stop until, she passed away just last year.
Correct. Yep. She just, we first wrote our first song, Roses, in December, which went number 6 in Europe. In 2020 for the top 10 country songs of 2020 in Europe. And that's the first song we wrote together when I was 15. And then she just, we just continued to write together for years. And then she just passed away in November. So now I have a treasure trove of music. A lot of it I had never even seen before or heard. So I've just been kind of delving into that. And it's been very bittersweet.
Yeah,
for sure.
If you go to Lena's TikTok page, there's a video of your mom playing and singing when she was like 83 from a couple years ago.
Yeah, that is so funny that you watched that. That's great. I love it. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she's still rocking out at 83. But
oh, I know. Well, I'm really excited because I'm actually just got together with a videographer yesterday, and we're going to go over. I've got a new song coming out. It's called Invisible Tears. It's the very last song that my mom wrote before she passed away. She said, that's the last song, I'm done. And I was like, oh, it just broke my heart. But I absolutely love the song. So when it comes out, we're coming out with a video, and it's such an incredible song. And Dolly Parton's producer is Kent Wells. He's also my producer. He produces all of my music. And yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Wow, Invisible Tears. So is the video going to have clips of your mom and stuff?
You know, that's a great idea. I never thought about that just because of the content, but you know what? I am going to, that's a fantastic idea. I like that. Yeah. I'm going to have to talk to the videographer about that for sure. That would be super cool.
Well, and you mentioned Kent, which is funny because, Kent's Dolly Parton's producer, and your first song that you remember singing was Coat of Many Colors, the Dolly song.
Exactly. Yeah, isn't that funny? And he was, I believe he was on that song. Let's see, he's played for Dolly for about 30 years, and now he produces all of her stuff. So,
wow, how did you get connected with Kent?
I was living in Washington State, and a friend, I had a dinner party at my house, and some friends came over, and long story short, there was a guy there, and he said, they said, have you ever heard her sing? And he said, no. And so I played Joan of Arkansas, which is it's a song that I wrote for victims of abuse, and I wrote it with Robbie Jenkins. And so I needed to find a producer because he's like, you really have to get this song out there. And I said, okay, cool. So I said, that would be great, but I need money. And he said, well, I got money, so let's do it. So, so he paid for me to go out to Nashville and find a producer, and somebody had suggested Kent Wells, a friend of mine. And so I flew out and met with Kent, and we just totally hit it off. I love him. He is such a great person. And he just started producing my music. And so that's how that happened. And then he called Tanya Tucker and said, you really need to do a duet with her on this song. That would be great. And she said, okay. And so I flew back out and did the duet with Tanya and on that song. And it did pretty well. It charted on Music Row, and it didn't do as well as we thought it would, but that's the music industry. But it charted. I was super excited about that.
Yeah, we played it earlier. I was going to ask you about that and how you got connected with Tanya, but you just told us. It was Kent. So.
Yep, Kent Wells. He is amazing. He is great.
Yeah, go check Lena out. She's at Lena Paige Music on Facebook and Instagram. You go to YouTube, check out all of her stuff, Spotify, listen to her music. Her latest single, Civil War, is out now, and you're going to hear it coming up here shortly. You mentioned Vince Neil from Motley Crue. There's a picture of you and him on your Instagram. So does he live in Nashville, or where? I mean, you're like in a coffee shop, or where was that at?
So, yeah, we all kind of hang out in Leapers Fork. It's a really tiny community, and so there's, at any given time, I mean, Jason Isbell, Carrie Underwood showed up one time. I mean, it's just constant revolving door of celebrities and stuff that kind of hang out the same spot. And it's a beautiful area. It's Leapers Fork. If you guys, I'm the realtor there, so you better contact me if you're moving to the area with United Country. But, yeah, so Vince, I've known Vince for about 3 or 4 years, and it's just, we keep kind of running in the same circles. So he is such a great guy, and his wife, Rain, is just beautiful. Yeah, and it's just, I love living in this area.
Yeah,
you just can't beat it. And if you're in the music industry, it's fantastic.
Well, and what do you do, Lena, with the horses? You're like a horse rescuer, or what's going on?
I did. I had a horse rescue for a few years, and I rescued horses that were abused or neglected or were going to slaughter. And I still have 2 that I rescued. I shipped them out here with me. I just couldn't part with them. But I would just rehabilitate them and get them back to loving humans and get them under saddle or whatever, and whatever needed to be done. And then I would adopt them out. And I still get calls. I got a call literally last week about somebody that needed help with a horse in Washington State. So I did do that. I was raised on a ranch north of, it's just south of Canada. It's Republic, Washington. It's a little tiny town in Washington State. Only 800 people in the whole county. And I was raised up there and just started working horses, and that's I did that for many years, and I still just love my horses.
Yeah, there's pictures of Gemma on her social media.
Yeah, that's Gemma.
Black horses. Because how much land do you have now?
So now we have 13 acres, and I have my 2 horses, and then I'm taking care of a friend's miniature ponies. He is going through radiation and chemotherapy, and he asked if I would take them and take care of him. So I've got those 3 little miniature ponies with me, and I need to post more about them because they are just hilarious.
Yeah, they're cool.
I love those little horses. They're a blast.
Yeah, go and follow her. She's on Facebook and Instagram. Just type in Lena Paige Music. It's Paige, and you can see all of her stuff and her former stuff. You played in Nashville earlier this month. Do we have more dates coming?
Yeah, I'm playing on Sunday, actually, at the Commodore Grill.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'm going to play, I believe, Amanda Walker. She is a piano player here. She's amazing. I think she's going to play. And then we're just doing a writer's round at the Commodore Grill at 6:30. It's the west end of Nashville. It's right there in Nashville. And I believe Ben Calhoun, if you guys don't know who he is, he's fabulous. And a fabulous father and husband and just an all-over great guy. And so the 3 of us, I believe, are playing that writer's round on Sunday, this coming, on the 30th at 6:30.
Yeah, and I saw you played with a band. Is it the same band all the time? Because, I mean, in Nashville, they got a million artists.
Yeah, I have actually several. So I have like 3 drummers. I have 3 bass players. I kind of share my band with Lori Morgan. So
wow.
She kind of took my guys. So I don't know if she knows that or not. But anyway, we just kind of share musicians. And so whenever I'm out playing, I grab them. And then when she's touring, she grabs them. And then if I need somebody extra, there's so many fantastic musicians here. If you do come to Nashville and you want to play and you want to make it in the music industry, this is where you're going to find the best musicians in the world.
Oh, yeah.
To really, yeah, they're just amazing.
That's what I was wondering, if you had a set band or had different people, or because there's plenty of them out there, that's for sure. Well, with your mom's passing, I saw where you said you're looking for someone to write with. How's that going?
Well, I have tried writing with several people. I'm actually getting together with Paul Rock. It's WROCK, Paul Rock. He has written some songs. I think he's got one with Hardy right now. He's coming over on Saturday. We're going to write. I've got a new idea for a song, and I contacted him and said, I really want to write this song with you. He bless his heart. I love him to pieces. That's what they say in the South, bless your heart.
Oh, yeah.
He is such a great guy, but he is literally tone deaf, and he can barely play the guitar. But he is such an incredible lyricist. And then, so we're going to try to write the song together on Saturday. And then I've written with Brett Jones, who wrote A Little Past Little Rock for Leanne Womack, and he wrote a bunch of other stuff. And, I've tried writing with other people. It's just so hard when you lose your major co-writer. And then I'm starting a sitcom with Jerry Foster. And I wanted to write with Jerry, but he just won't write with anybody anymore. He wrote with Bill Rice, and when Bill passed away, he's like, that's it. I'm not writing with anybody ever again now. So that was disappointing because he's incredible.
Well, yeah, you got to say, Jerry, we lost both of our writing partners. It's meant to be.
I know.
We got to do this.
Yeah, so I'm getting together with him on Tuesday, so we'll see. I'm going to keep hounding on him. He's 88 years old.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He's probably just done, or he's like, I've had enough.
Gosh, he just runs circles around everybody. He is just so amazing.
Huh. That'd be, I can't wait to see the sitcom or see what's going to happen with this thing. Well,
yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's going to be really cool. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah. Well, Civil War, your latest single, this is a Ronnie Millsap song, and his daughter-in-law, Yogi, Are you friends with her? How did this happen?
Yes. So Yogi and I became friends. Gosh, I don't even know how. I forgot. We met somewhere, and I just said, "Hey, you got to come out to our house. You got to come out to the house, and we're having a writer's night." And she came out, and then she came out another day, and we were hanging by the pool, and she said, I've been thinking about your voice. I've been listening to your album, Roses in December, and you really need to cut this song. Ronnie did it back in 1993 on his album, but it just kind of got shoved under the carpet because of, him promoting one of his 60 number one hits.
Yeah.
He's just so incredible. And I grew up with Ronnie's voice, doing, backup vocals with a wooden spoon, I just love his voice. And but then when I met Yogi, she's just such an incredible person, and we hit it off, and she said, I want you to cut this song. And I listened to it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So I took it to Kent Wells, and I said, what do you think? Do you think I should cut this song? And he said, absolutely, you should cut this song. And then I played it for Stan Farger, who is on Y102 Country in the Gorge, way out there. And he said, you have got to release this. And so I thought, okay, well, I'll try. I've never released a cover song before. But I love the song. I absolutely fell in love with the lyrics. And I wanted to do it justice for Ronnie because, he's not doing so well. And I know he really loves this song as well.
Yeah, he's 81. Is he in Tennessee, or do you know where he's at?
He is. Yep, yeah. He is in Tennessee. Yep, he's doing okay. But he's had some health issues, and so they had a tribute to him last October, and I really wanted to get on that tribute to him. It was at Bridgestone. But Dolly Parton was doing her rock album, and when Dolly comes before everybody.
Well, exactly.
So she kind of took my studio time, which she doesn't know that. But anyway, it's just the way it works in Nashville.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad thing to get bumped by Dolly Parton. So
right, exactly. Yeah, I know. I was sitting there in the studio, and Kent said, "Well, you got to go now. We're done with the session." I said, okay. He goes, you got to go now because Dolly and Stevie Nicks are on their way in right now. And I was like, oh, okay. I almost accidentally left my phone in the bathroom.
Well, exactly. So I'd be like, I forgot my purse. Sorry, Ken. Oh, hey, Dolly. How you doing?
Yeah, hey.
Well, do you have an album in the can? What's going on?
I do. I have a new album coming out. It's called Singin' in the Key of Country. And it is coming out as soon as I put this song out and kind of get some traction on this one. And I'm working on the video for Invisible Tears, and I've already recorded Invisible Tears. And then as soon as this song kind of gains some traction and gets moving, I'm going to come out with my next album. So awesome. It's coming.
And if you're a traditional country fan, you need to check Lena out because she is traditional country at its finest.
Yeah, it's so funny you mention that because Kent, when I went to go record Big Baby, that's on my album, Roses in December, the song Big Baby is very country, and I said, should we make this sound a little more commercial or something? Because it is just stone cold country. And he said, absolutely not. Don't do it. He said, just stay country because I have a feeling country's going to come back around again someday. Real traditional country is going to come back really strong again. So we're praying that it does. But in the meantime, if anybody wants to check out my album Roses in December, it's definitely country.
Oh, yeah. Go check her out. Lena Paige Music. She's on Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube, Spotify. Listen to all of her stuff. And here is her latest single, Civil War, Singing in the Sea of Country, and Invisible Tears, all coming. So
awesome. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Lena, for coming on. Here it is, Civil War.
So
it's Lena Paige.
Thank you.